What's up, guys? Thanks for joining me again. So ever since I got my first car, which was it's a 94 Acura Integra Coupe in white, that I then changed the bumper, made it black, did a few things, but everything went wrong with that car. But ever since I got it, I've always wanted to do all my own work on the car. Now, the only problem with doing DIY stuff is that, let's say you go exchange it at a dealership or just exchange it out on the road and you want a better selling point and you want to show that you've done all the maintenance on the vehicle. A lot of times you don't have that record, or people don't believe what you've handwritten because they believe you've handwritten it the day before on your desk at your house. I've always wanted some way to show people that I've done my own maintenance on the vehicle and it's been done correctly with the right parts, the right liquids, yada yada. I actually found an app online that allows me to do just that. So in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly what that app is. Now the thing with making YouTube videos is that I have to do them in the middle of the rest of my life. So I have to bring you guys along for a lot of things. I actually have to drop off laundry really quickly because I'm not sure if you guys are like me, but I wait until the very end to do laundry as opposed to doing it every week or two. Comment down below if you do exactly the same thing. I know it's not car related at all, but it'll help me know you a little bit better. So I'm heading up to the laundry store, laundromat, laundry department, laundry service station, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm gonna drop off my laundry and then I'll show you the app. $39 worth of laundry. I definitely need to start doing these things a little bit sooner. So let me get my phone. Got an iPhone 7. Check this out. I just paid off the rest of this phone and guess what? I got a freaking crack on it. I had it for an entire year, no issues, and I pay it off and I get a crack. Let me open this window up a little bit because it is a little warm where I'm at. The sun is hitting me directly. Turn the brightness down a little bit here. There we go, aperture's a little bit better. So the app that I got and that I found to be very useful for me is the My CarFax app. Not sure if you guys can see that there. Now the cool thing about it is when you first start it up, it's gonna ask you for your VIN number, it's gonna ask you for a bunch of different things. So that way it finds your car and then it's gonna give you an estimate of how many miles you have on the car. You wanna obviously always update that with current mileage. Now, the cool thing about it is at the bottom you get how much time you have left until your registration is up. You also get your safety inspection if you live in New York, and then your oil change at the top. And you can actually click on that where it says oil change and it says had a more recent service. You can add a record. So now I'm gonna put the date that I did the oil change, which was yesterday. So that is going to be the 9th. And when you click on shop, it actually says this thing here. It says self-service DIY. You're gonna click on that. That means you did your own service. And you're gonna put the mileage of the service at, which is 98.50 for me. And then you're gonna select everything you did during that service. So I drained and refilled the engine oil, rotated tires, also add another service, replace the engine oil filter, and also replace the engine plug at the bottom. I also inspected the windshield washer fluid, so I also did that. And we're gonna go back. And now here it says everything that I just did. Now, when you click save, it adds that service and it tells you when the next one is due, which is pretty darn cool. Now, from my understanding, this adds it to the CarFax report, but I'm not sure yet, really. I can, pretty much tell at the bottom the service history. When I click on service history, it does pop up on the CarFax that I have on here, and it says, I bought the car at Atlantic Volkswagen, when I inspected it, and when I did all the DIY service on it, which is great. So that's one way to keep the value of your vehicle up higher, so later on, as a car salesman, I know that those are things that you know, are really important to a consumer is when the oil and, you know, when the maintenance was done on the vehicle. So you always want to make sure that you keep track of that as much as you can, so that way you can say, hey, you know, my car's in good condition. Here's the service that I've done. These are the intervals provided by Volkswagen, and I've done everything to the T, so my car is worth X amount more than your average car would be. And you can argue that point with anyone. If you're selling it out on your own, or if you're selling it out at a dealership, those are things that really, really matter to, you know, the consumer, obviously, because obviously a dealership would want to sell that vehicle because it has great service history, and that's a question that a lot of people you know, bring up. So I wanted to share that app with you. I'm also going to, well, I'll put the name right here, and then I'll also put a link up top on the right hand corner, so that way you guys know how to get to that app as well. If you guys haven't watched my 10K service and are interested in that, make sure you click the link down below in the description. I'll also put it up here as well. And if you really enjoyed this video, guys, I'd appreciate if you guys subscribe. There's a lot more content like this that comes on this channel, and I have partnered up with a few other companies to get you guys more content for the Mark 7 GTI. So I know the Mark 7.5 is out, and the Mark 8 is soon to arrive, but the 7 is the ruling champion right now, and I love working on this car. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like down below. Make sure you subscribe for more great content. See you in the next one. Peace out.